One ball, two strikes to Zach. Pitcher winds up. Here's delivery. It's that left side high. Left fielder running in on that. We'll bring that in for out number one. Yes. Bring Braden Henson to the plate. That first pitch fastball slide in and hit Braden on the shoulder. He'll trot on down to one for hit by pitch. That'll bring Grant Gotro up to bat. Grant will be starting center field. Rest of your lineup, Jace Moody in the 4-hole, starting at third, followed by James Scott at first base. Henry Green, number 6 hitter today in left field. Cole Henderson over on second, followed by Lucas Gillian, extra hitter. Number 9 hole hitter, Lucas Cook at shortstop, followed by Drew Johnson starting in right field. Bailey Stafford will be your starting pitcher today.
I'm telling you, if it's middle, middle right, middle left, middle right, middle.
Yep. If he gets a hit, you get to call it.
I can call it a strike, and I can call it a ball.
I'll call it. Joining me today and sitting to my right, Thaddeus Gotro. Color commentating for us today. Quick pitch over to one. Runner back in time. That's Cade Rowell in pinch. Be hit chop left side to the third baseman. No time at 2. And pulled off the bag. I believe they'll call that out. Looked like from this vantage that he clearly was pulled off the bag. First pitch ball 1 to Jace. Cade Rowell down on 2. Good lead. Hit that sky high left side. Left fielder bouncing back, camping out underneath that, and brings that in just about at the warning track for out number 3. There'll be no runs on no hits. 1 man left on base. Your Giants up for their first at bat. Quick inning on Thaddeus. Got her chance there.
For some reason, I can't see the middle of it, but I can calculate where it's going.
Bailey coming off a win from his last pitching outing. That's his position, shortstop. So it's EJ for them. Left field. Mm-hmm.
Pitcher, third base, right field.
Designated hitter, DH.
Third base, right field, center.
Catcher. CF is center field. Hmm. Your batter again today on the mound, Bailey Stafford behind the plate, Braden Henson. First up for the Giants, number 19, leadoff. First pitch fastball up and in just a bit for ball one. Fastball hits for strike one. Fastball is going to be hit up in the middle, going to drop in safely for base hit.
Middle left fastball. Payton. Payton.
Bring up number 32 for the Giants. Payne or Peyton.
I can't remember. I think they put up the two steps like that. I think it's
Fastball catches for strike number one.
I think it's Payton.
And all speed's going to hit right side, way up in the air. Right fielder making a good effort to bring that in, but comes up a little short for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Runner at first base. Bailey gets his pitch. Here's the delivery. That's going to skip down in the dirt right side, blocked up for ball one. Bailey comes set. Quick throw over to one. Almost got him sleeping over there, but safely back in. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and in for ball two. That breaking ball catches outside corner for Bailey's first K of the game. And one away. Number 8 coming to the plate for the Giants. Braden sets up a bit outside. Fastball misses for ball one.
Why is it doing that shit?
And fastball is going to miss down in the zone for ball two.
Not bad miss.
Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. The fastball is going to be swung on but fouled left side out of play. That'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. One away with the runner on one. Here's the pitch. At half speed is swung on and through for strike number 2. Go ask your dad, is our audio good? Can they hear us on the audio? There's a pitch. That old speed will drop down in the zone for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Gonna miss with that fastball down in the zone. Base on balls to number 8. They'll bring number 99 to the plate for the Giants, hitting in that 4-hole position. Now with runners in scoring position, 1 away. Here's the pitch.
Nice pitch, Bailey.
Bailey grooved that fastball right down the middle, but a little low for ball 1. He'll swing through that off speed for strike 1. Bailey checks back at 2. Here's the pitch. He'll swing through that fastball high in the zone, chased it upstairs for strike 2.
I don't know why.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away with a runner in scoring position down at 2. That curveball will drop in for strike number 3 and Bailey's second K of the inning and out number 2. We'll bring up number 9 for the Giants.
Number 9 is Max.
Bailey checks the runner. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, boy.
The fastball hits inside black for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Swings on that curveball. That's going to be popped high to the first baseman. Brings that in for out number 3. And at the end of 1, and no runs, no hits, and 2 left on base. Your wow factor 0. Giants 0. Got a little overcast. How does that overcast feel, Thaddeus?
Awesome.
Thaddeus says one word, awesome. We started off this morning. About 80 degrees for our first game, first pitch.
Center field is first base.
Good to have that overcast.
First base fry.
Okay, up in order, and at the top of 2, James Scott, followed by Henry Green and Cole Henderson. James will step into the box, top of 2, and for his first at bat, here's the pitch. That all speed will fall in for strike 1. Here's the pitch. He'll swing through that off speed again. Or strike two. James falling behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That'll be hit over to the third baseman. Picks that up, throws it over to 1 for out number 1. They'll bring Henry Green to the plate. Pitcher has his signal. Here's the pitch. Misses up in the zone for ball 1. Here's the pitch. This is way outside on that breaking pitch for ball 2. Henry had 2 balls, no strikes. He hit that fastball left side and through the gap for our first base runner of the inning.
What's Lucas's last name?
Bring Cole Henderson to the plate. Henry getting a good lead over there. Pitcher throws over to 1, but not in time. Standing on deck, Lucas Gillian. Here's the pitch. He capped that off the end of the... Oh, but he'll be safe down at 1. That'll bring Henry around second. They caught him looking. Henry took advantage of that all the way over to third. Cole to get that infield hit and safe down the 1, bringing Henry all the way around from first to third. Bring Lucas Gillian in to bat. Quick throw over to 1. Will not be in time. Nobody holding Henry on. There goes the runner. That's going to be hit right side and in the gap. That'll score Henry in from 3. That'll be a 2-run RBI double by Lucas Gillian with the hit to right center in the gap. That easily scored Henry in from 3. Cole Henderson bringing in. I'll bring Lucas Cook up to bat. Watch his first pitch fastball down in the zone go by for a strike. Here's the pitch. That'd be a hard hit ball over to third base. Scoops that right up. But that'll advance Lucas Gillian over to third for out number 2. That'll be Drew Johnson up for his first at-bat with the runner on third base. Watches that drop in for ball 1. Pitch gets away from him high and inside. Drew had to duck out of the way for ball 2. That fastball is going to be hit right side to the second baseman. Picks that up, throws it over to 1 for the third out of the inning. A 2-run score on 2 hits With one man left on base.
Why didn't they count one of our points?
They did.
But we're home.
Yes. No, we're away. See, we're on the top.
But yeah, that's away.
Right, that's right. He did.
Okay, leading off in the bottom of 2 for the Giants, number 41. What's 41's name? 41.
Oh, man, shut it down right here.
They don't have their numbers.
So,
Come on, Blue. Other way.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. Judd. Jude. Jude. Yep. Jude. All we got was the first names of the Giants players.
right on a piece of paper. When you ask for a name, I got you.
Bailey has his pitch. Here it is. Fastball down in the zone. Has watched 41 watched it go by for strike 1. Beautiful curveball drops in for strike number 2. Goes back up to the top of the zone for a fastball. Made him climb the ladder for Bailey's 3rd K of the game. And out number 1. They'll bring number 15. Mize, their starting catcher, to the plate. Fastball misses up and in for ball 1. The breaking pitch misses high in the zone for ball 2.
Why did they remove? Why did they remove Allen?
Just went down to this guy.
What?
The pitch hits for strike number 1. Swings through that fastball outside for strike number 2. 2-2 on the batter, 1 away.
No, I'm guessing Allen.
Here's the pitch. Bailey spikes that down in the dirt for ball 3. Brings the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter with 1 away. Here's the pitch. And that fastball will hit him up on the shoulder. He'll trot on down to 1.
Next up on the plate is
Come on, B, here we go.
Bring number 40 to the plate. In his name. Is anybody's name Shin? S-H-I-N? Or is that a K for skin? I don't know.
That's an H.
Looks like an H.
That's an H. If it was a K, there would be one sticking out going up.
Gotcha.
So that's his name's Shin.
Bailey comes set with a runner on first. He'll swing through that fastball. Correction, he'll foul that right side off for strike number one. Bailey checks one. Here's the pitch. Fastball will catch inside at the knees for strike two. 0-2 on the batter. Hit that easily over to second base. Goes to, throws the pitch off. Goes into left field. Picked up by Henry and back in.
Next up on the plate is Bry.
Come on, shake that off. Let's go, guys.
Next up on the plate is Bry.
Gotcha. And that'll bring 34. Next up in the box, number 34 for the Giants. One out and runner in scoring position. A pitch a sail away from Bailey for ball one.
Left box.
I'll bring Coach Frankie out to the mound for a visit.
Am I doing good?
Doing great. The sun popped up back out. We didn't need that, did we?
Nope. That's just going to make me tan even more.
Thaddeus looking for a good tan today.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking for another tan.
No one another tan?
Nope.
Get that farmer's
He's
tan.
right here.
Yep.
I like them tans. But other than right there, I don't need any more.
Okay, mound visit's over. Runners on first and second, one out. There's a pitch. He check swings on that to the second baseman, picks that up over to the shortstop, and back to one in time for the double play. And that will end the inning. Number 34, check swing on that fastball high in his zone. Over to the second baseman, scoop that up over to the shortstop, then back to one for the double play. Okay. At the bottom of two, going into the top of the three. The Giants with no hits, no runs, 2 left on base. And we're going to go back to the top of the order. Leading off, Zach Williams, followed by Braden Henson and Grant Gotro. First pitch, breaking pitch that misses down low in the zone for ball one. Fastball misses down in the zone for ball two.
Wish they had showed. Wish that was not net.
Again, closing out two, your wow factor ahead 2-0. Fastball misses up in the zone for ball three. Zach way ahead. Let's see if he takes this one all the way or Coach Frankie gives him a green light. And he does swing on that, but high pitch in the zone. Hit off the inside of the bat. Popped up to the shortstop, left side, and out number 1. Raven was hit by a pitch back in 1. Watches that fastball go by for ball number 1. Hit that one to the left side. Third baseman picks that up, skips it in dirt, one hopper over to 1 for out number 2. Bring up Grant Gotro for his second at bat. Grant got put out and recorded out number 2 back in 1 on a 5-3 play. That's a DH, designated hitter. Watch first pitch go by for a ball. Fastball down in the zone for ball 2. Fastball catches the inside black for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Grant, 2 away. Fastball misses away for ball 3.
Come on, Grant.
3 balls, 1 strike to Grant. Looking to extend this inning. He swings through that high fastball for strike number 2. Bring the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Grant. He'll hit that one right center, deep. That'll drop at the fence. Grant's heading for 3. And he will make it in. Ball skipped away. Grant will trot into home for the score on the wild pitch over to 3, skipped in the dirt. That was a no-doubter as soon as it left the bat.
Let's go.
That ball dropped right at the warning track. Grant was already almost to second base. Rounded second to third. Relay came in to the shortstop. Fast pitch over to 3 and missed.
He had a triple and a hole.
Into our dugout and gave him
That turned into an in.
the bag for a run. First pitch to Jace Moody inside for strike 1.
That's ball.
Pitch number 2 to Jace Ball. Bring the count 1 ball and 1 strike. And breaking pitch will miss outside. Skip out of the glove of the catcher for ball 2. That fastball misses down low for ball 3. Looking to keep this hitting streak going. And that will miss down low for ball 4. Jace will run on down to 1 with a base on balls. That'll bring James Scott back to the plate for his second plate appearance. James hit into a 5-3 putout for out number 1 back in 2. That fastball is going to be hit hard down the line past the third baseman. Jace Moody's pucking hard for third, and he's in, safe on the single to left field by James Scott. Jace putting the wheels on, barely made it into third, but still made it in time, all the way over from 1. Now a run is on the corner. Here brings Henry back to the plate. Henry singled back in 2 and scored the first run back in 2. Looking to keep this going. The fastball misses inside for ball number 2.
You know his name? What's his name?
Who? Oh, that's Henry Green. Catcher wanted a quick talk with the pitcher with runners on the corners. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Henry will foul that one right side and out of play for strike number 1. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. He'll pop that up and out of play again for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Henry with a runner at third in scoring position. Henry looking for a good pitch to hit here. Here's the pitch. Henry swings on that one right side, right to the right fielder. Pulls that in for out number 3. But another one comes in. 1 run scored on 1 hit. And 2 men left on base. Going into the bottom of 3, your wow factor leading 3 runs to nothing. Leading off the bottom of 3 brings to the plate number 27 for the Giants. Bailey gets ready for first pitch. Comes set. That fastball will be offered on, but foul left side and out of play for strike number 1. That fastball will hit left side, in and out of the glove of Jace Moody. Fair over to 1. Not in time. Hard hit ball over to Jace, popped in and out of his glove. Picked it up, fired it over to 1. Not in time. For the Giants' first base runner of the inning. Going back to the top of the lineup, number 19 for the Giants. Here's the pitch. Pitch will miss high in the zone for ball 1. pitch hits the top of the zone for strike one. 1-1 on the batter. Runner at first base. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. It's another beautiful curveball, drops right in for strike number two. Bailey pivots off, throws the ball down in the dirt over to the first baseman, James Scott. Squirts under his glove. Runner trots on down to two. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Runner in scoring position. Bailey checks the runner, comes back to the pitch. It's going to be hit high left side. Left fielder gets turned around on that. That hits right at the fence, right at the warning track. That'll bring the run in from second base. It's got flipped around out there. Bring number 32 back up to bat. Cade back in one. First pitch ball. Fastball will be fouled away back into the fence. 1-1 on the batter. There's the pitch. Swings through that breaking pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Here's the pitch. That all speed drops in the dirt. Blocked up by Braden. Runner has no chance to advance. Fastball misses up in the zone. Brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swings on that one right side. That's going to be out of play. Oh, nope. James had a beat on that. Looks like he tried to stay in. Slid down right in front of the ball, but didn't come up with it. Count will hold 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs with a runner in scoring position. Bailey comes set. He'll swing on that up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop over to one in time to get the out, but advances the runner from second to third, or out number 1. Bring number 8 back up. Threw the base on balls back in 1 and was left stranded. First pitch, ball 1. He'll swing through that fastball inside for strike number 1. Bailey comes set. Braden sets up a bit outside. Here's the pitch. He'll foul tip that down into the ground for strike number 2. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Bailey comes set. There it is. That's the K we needed right there. Bailey dropped that curveball in again outside for that looking K. And Bailey's 4th K of the game for out number 2. 2 outs, runner on third. Brings number 99 back up to the plate. He's going to pop that up and out of play for strike number 1. He K'd back in 1 for Bailey's 2nd K and out number 2. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. He spiked that down in the ground for ball 1. Bailey comes set. And that fastball will be fouled back into the net for strike number 2. Lost my color commentator there for a minute. He's back in his seat. Got a little overheated. He had to go catch some shade. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. Missed with that fastball inside. And will bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch missed down in the dirt. Bring the count full. Here's the pitch. That'll be hit left side in the air, and that will be enough to drop in and score the run in from third. He's digging 2 and got him at 2. Oh. The relay was in time. Had to spin around for that runner into 2, but misses. That'll be an RBI double for number 99. Bring number 9 up to bat. That curveball dropping in for strike number 1. That'll be hit left side and in the gap. Runner holds at 3. They'll put runners on the corners with 2 away. Bailey checks the runner at 1, comes set. The fastball misses down for ball 1. Going to pop that up right side. James making a good effort at it, but that will be foul right side for strike number 1. Number 41 K'd back in 2 for the first out of the inning. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. And breaking pitch misses away and in the dirt for ball 2. Ready to call time. Go discuss that with Bailey at the mound. With runners at the corner, Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and inside. Brings the count 3 balls and 1 strike. That fastball goes right down the middle for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. That fastball misses down. Bailey wasn't happy with that one. That'll load the bases for number 15, who reached on hit by pitch back in 2. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit right side and foul for strike number 1. Here's the pitch. He hit that right side and deep. Henry going back for that one. That's going to drop in. 1 run scores. 2 runs scores on that stand-up double to right side. Okay, with 2 outs, the stand-up double by number 15 brings number 40 back to the plate. Reached on error back in 2. And Bailey falling behind, 2 balls and no strikes. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. Bailey grooves that fastball right down the middle at the knees for strike number 1. Here's the pitch. It's hit left side to Jace. Jace scoops it up, throws over to 1 in time, and that will end the inning. Not before the Giants do a lot of damage. 4 runs, 5 runs on 3 hits and 2 men left on base. And at the end of 3, your wow factor now trailing by a score of 4-3. Due up to lead in the top of 4, Cole Henderson, followed by Lucas Gillian and Lucas Cook. I think we'll have a pitching change for the Giants as number 34 comes in. Tough inning there, huh, color commentator?
Yep.
Thaddeus says, yep. Thaddeus is good at those one-word explanations. Very poignant, but accurate.
So if we lead off here, 6.
Okay. Lead off top of 4. Cole Henderson steps into the box. He'll swing on that. Shortstop will pick it up. Over to 1. And he was pulled off the bag. The first base runner of the inning. Cole will get the hit on the infield. Play over the shortstop. Bring Lucas Gillian up to bat for his second plate appearance. Lucas doubled back in 2 for the 2 RBIs of the inning. And off speed will drop in for strike number 1. Runner takes off. That'll be hit right side in the gap. Cole will turn third, going home now. Throw's coming in and off. Lucas will come down to second and almost decided to go to third, but holding on to. The run will score on error. I'll bring Lucas Cook back to bat. Hit ball down to the first baseman back in 2 to record out number 2 of the inning. Now with a runner in scoring position and no outs. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Swings through that one on the outside corner for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike on Cook. Runner in scoring position down at 2. And breaking pitch stays outside for ball 1. One and one on Cook. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch stays outside again for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on the batter. No outs with a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Fastball will be fouled right side and into the fence for strike number 2. Cook steps back in the box. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. And he swings through that fastball for out number 1. I bring Drew Johnson, our right fielder, hit into a 4-3 putout back in 2. Breaking pitch misses down and away for ball number 1. Pitcher comes set. Pitch misses down in the zone for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Drew. 1 away, a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Pitch misses high in the zone for ball 3. See if Drew gets the green light here with 3 balls. Or he takes. Here's the pitch. That pitch hits for a strike. Drew taking all the way on that one. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses away for ball 4. We'll trot on down to 1 on the base on balls. We'll go back to the top of the lineup for Zach Williams with runners at first and second and 1 out. Catcher calls a quick timeout. Coming back to the plate now. Zach flew out to left field back in 1, popped up to the shortstop back in 3, looking to get a hit here. Here's the pitch. Fastball will hit the black inside for strike number 1 to Zach. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Throw down to 3. On the steal, Lucas Gillian catches him for out number 2. Zach stands back in with 2 outs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Took a good 2-seam fastball, broke hard back into Zach for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zach. Here's the pitch. Zach will pop that up right side. Playable ball by the catcher. He pulls that in for out number 3. Not before we could tie it up 4-all. 1 run on 2 hits. No one left on base. Okay, going into the bottom of 4. No pitching changes for the wow factor. Bailey takes the mound. Bring up in order number 34, their 9-hole hitter, followed by the 10-hole hitter, number 27, and then back to the top of the lineup for the Giants. Okay, leadoff number 34 stands in for his first pitch. Maybe he'll spike that down in the dirt, back into the net for ball 1. Fastball hits high in the zone for strike number 1. Bailey has his pitch. Here's the delivery. That one sails high on Bailey for ball 2. This is high in the zone again for ball 3. Three one on the batter. Here's the pitch. Swings on that fastball left side of Jace Moody over to 1 in time to get the leadoff for out number 1. Bring number 27 up to the plate. He singled back in 3 and scored back in 3. Here's the pitch. Swing on that right side might be playable. And it doesn't. It drifts on outside the netting for strike number 1. Bailey comes set. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses down in the dirt for ball 1. Fastball spikes down in dirt for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 on the batter, 1 away. Bailey comes set. Braden sets up a bit on the inside. And he foul tips that into the glove. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bailey back on the rubber. Comes the pitch. Swings that hard left side, and it will drop foul. Hit deep left side, but foul. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lost my color commentator again. Bailey comes set with 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that drops in for strike number 3 and Bailey's 4th K. Bailey has his pitch, comes set. Fastball is going to be hit deep left field. Running and on the catch. Pulls it in for out number 3. And to close out the inning, no hits, no runs, no one left on base.
Are we almost done?
Your wow factor 4, your Giants 4.
How many more innings we got?
Well, we're under a time limit as well, but the game is going fast, so we'll play 7 if the time limit doesn't get us.
Over an hour.
Color commentator is getting a little bit restless here to my right.
I'm not getting that. I'm tired.
Little tired, he says. Correction on that. Still got a smile on his face, having fun.
Also the drink.
Needs a little bit of hydration.
But I don't want to keep drinking all the soft drinks.
Doesn't want to drink all the soft drinks and that sugar. It might be making him a little tired.
Well, for some reason, this baseball park doesn't have water.
No water fountains at the baseball park, Thaddeus says. Bathroom water doesn't have a very good taste to it.
No, it just has a weird taste that water shouldn't.
Really noting the difference between Mississippi water and Louisiana water.
Louisiana water.
Our water is much better. He shakes his head in agreement. Okay, leading off in the top of 5, Braden Henson hit by a pitch back in 1, left stranded on base, hit into a 5-3 putout back in 3, and looking to get things started here in the top of 5. Breaking pitch drops in for strike number 1. Fastball misses down in the zone and outside for ball 1. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Swings on that one, hit high left side. That'll be a playable ball. Left fielder drifts over to his right and brings that in for out number 1. They'll bring Grant Gotro up to bat for his 3rd at bat. 5-3 put out back in 1, but ended up scoring on the triple with a throwing error to the 3rd baseman and scored the only run of the inning. He'll pitch very carefully to him this time and does on the first pitch. Breaking pitch way outside for ball 1. Catcher sets up outside again. Here's the pitch. Catches the black on that fastball for strike number 1. Catcher sets up again on the outside. Here's the pitch. Grant hits that deep left center. Center fielder and dropping back near the warning track and pulls that in for out number 2. That'll bring Jace Moody back to the plate with 2 outs. Jace drew the base on balls back in 3 and was left stranded on base. Pitcher comes set. Fastball catches the black for strike number 1. Breaking pitch misses outside for ball 1. Pitcher likes his signal. Comes set. Here's the delivery. Pitch misses away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jace. Going to start a little 2-out rally here. And he swings through that fastball for strike number 2. Pitch misses away for ball 3. Fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That curveball is going to be swung on the right fielder, and he drops the ball. That'll give Jace the base and our first base runner of the inning. On the hit to right field. Yeah, they'll bring James Scott back to the plate. James Single back in 3. Left stranded on the base. This will be his third plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high in the zone for ball number 1. Pick over to 1. Lazy throw over. Jace back in safely. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses down in the dirt. Or ball 2. Here's the pitch. Misses inside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter. Here's the pitch. That pitch will miss down and skip under the catcher's glove. Be ball 4. And Jace going down to 2 with the runner on 1. Okay, they'll bring Henry Green, your starting left fielder, back to the plate. Henry singled and scored back in 2. Flew out to right field back in 3. And looking to keep something going here. The top of 5. That pitch will go down in the dirt. James will easily move up 90 feet. Now with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 ball on Henry. Looking for a hit here. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. That'll be outside and squirt past the catcher. Jace will come in from third, standing up. And James will trot on over to third on the wild pitch down in the dirt. After 2 quick outs, really swing back in our way now. With 2 balls and no strikes on Henry and James standing down on third, see if we can keep this and push a little more run, push another run across the plate. Here's the pitch. That ball will go way outside. Catcher manages to bring that in. That'd have been another score in from third. 3 balls on Henry, no strikes. Pitcher struggling now to catch the zone. Henry will probably be taking all the way here. Here's the pitch. And Henry was swinging on that one all the way for strike number 1. Henry took a power cut at that one, but the pitcher took a little bit off on the speed, high in the zone. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. And that will catch the back on the outside corner for strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes on Henry. James standing down on third. Here's the pitch. And that'll miss outside. Henry will trot on down to 1 with a base on balls, and that'll bring up Cole Henderson. Cole singled back in 2 and scored. Singled back in 4 and scored. The only run of that inning. And looking to keep the damage going here with runners on the corners with 2 outs. Throw over to 1, not in time. Here's the pitch. That'll be hit left side, but foul down the line for strike number 1. Pitcher checks the runners, has his signal. Runner takes off. Cole fouls that off again left side for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Cole. Looking to extend this inning even further. Here's the pitch. He fouled that one out of play over the screen. Stays alive at the plate.
Yeah, I know. I just trying to pull up. Take your phone out. And pull it up.
Pitcher comes set. Henry takes off. At all speed, drops in but misses for ball one. Try to get Cole to chase at that one. Cole showing really good plate discipline. Here's the pitch. He'll swing and pop up on that right side. First baseman has a beat on that, brings that in for out number 3. But not until the wow factor scores 1 and the top of 5 on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. Going into the bottom of 5, due up in the order, number 32 in that 2-hole position. In the 3-hole, number 8 and number 99 following. Bailey back on the mound and looking to see if he can close this game out or pitch for a complete game. When 32 K'd back in 1, hitting to a 6-3 put out back in 3, and back in for his 3rd plate appearance. Be hit right side and in the air. It'll be a tough play. That's called on by our second baseman. He makes it over there on the run. 1 pitch, 1 out for Bailey. Ball looks like it was really going to go right side, but stayed fair. Second baseman. I'm ready to swing through that foul tip it into the glove for strike 1. Roll over the top of that one, foul left side down the line for strike number 2. Bailey will get his 6th K of the game on a fastball on the black outside and record out number 2. Number 8 was not happy with that call. Ended up getting called out by the field umpire, throwing down his bat and helmet. Actually made him come out of the dugout and pick up his gear. That one will sail high on Bailey for ball 1. Number 99, Cade, back in 1, doubled in 3 and scored in 3. That was another beautiful curveball. Must have been just a little high in the zone for ball 2. Let's swing on that fastball down in the zone, but foul it back out of play for strike number 1. 2-1 on the batter, 2 away. Here's the pitch. He'll hit that fastball left side in the air, but foul. For strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on 99.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike. I missed one. Bailey will spike that down in the dirt.
Now it's 2.
I thought it was. Scorekeeper's a little late.
They must have known.
That'll be hit sky high, right side. Second baseman will shade his eyes, bring that in for the 3rd out. Up and down in order for the Giants in the bottom of 5 and going into 6. The top of 6, your wow factor leading now by 1 with a score of 5-4. Due up in the in the top of 6. Mason Ross will be standing in for Lucas Gillian, followed by Lucas Cook, then Drew Johnson in that 8, 9, and 10 hole. Okay, we'll get back to play here with Mason Ross leading off in the top of 6. Here's the pitch. We'll drop in for strike number 1. Catcher sits up a bit outside. Misses high in the zone for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Umpire gave that one back there. That ball was almost to the batter's box on the other side for strike two. Mason to foul that right side. That will go out of play. Count will hold 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitcher has a signal. Misses outside. Brings the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mason. Here's the pitch. Mason swings on that one, fouls it out of play. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher has his signal. Comes set. A breaking pitch misses away. And brings the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he misses away on that fastball. Mason will draw the base on balls. And that will bring in pinch runner, Cade Rowell. Lucas stands in. Lucas stands in with no outs. Cade getting a really good lead down on 1. Breaking pitch misses. Down and away for ball 1. Cade looking for a good jump here. I know he wants second base real bad. There goes Cade. Watches the strike go by, and he's into second safely on the stolen base. Now with 1 ball and 1 strike. Catcher's looks like he has a cramp down in his calf. Fighting a really big cramp out there. Looks like we'll take a timeout. Right fielder comes in, get the gear on. We'll take a short timeout. Jim, you got 1-1 on Lucas, right?
I don't know.
I think he watched strike. Yeah.
I'm stuck waiting on the
Yeah.
scoreboard now.
I thought I heard him call strike. Okay, backup catcher is all geared up, trotting out. Home plate umpire taking a little bit of advantage, go over and get him something to drink, a little shade. Okay. Home plate umpire is strolling back to his spot. Hey, Blue. Blue. Two balls. Okay, after that break and catchers change, Cook will stand back into the box with 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Cade down on 2. Taking a big lead. Here's the pitch. The ball missed down in the zone for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes on the batter. Let's see if he takes all the way here. That heat is really, I believe, getting to this pitcher. And he'll miss away. And he'll take the base on balls on a 4-pitch walk. I'll bring Drew Johnson up. Put out in 4-3 play back in 2. Drew the base on ball but left stranded back in 4. Again, looking to keep this half inning and extend it as far as we can. And the base runners will take off. And that'll be a wild pitch. That'll easily score Cade in from second. And Lucas will round second and into third. On the wild pitch. One ball on Drew and a runner in scoring position down on 3. Can't see that this coach will let this bleeding go on for much longer. He does catch the black on that fastball for strike 1. Here's the pitch. He'll foul tip that off his foot for strike 2. It would take a little moment to walk that one off. Cook getting a really good lead down on 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Drew. He'll miss with that breaking pitch outside. That'll bring the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drew. Pitcher has his signal. Here's the pitch. And misses wild down in the dirt. Cook's coming in from third and slides in on the wild pitch and scores from third. Okay, that'll clear the bases for Drew. Brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You can tell this pitcher's really getting tired out there on the mound. It's pretty hot. No shade. Drew watches that fastball high in his zone go by for the K. And out number 1 of the inning. Will Zeller standing in for Zach Williams in that leadoff spot. Ball skip out of the glove of the catcher for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Misses high and inside for ball 2. Giants have nobody warming up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a hit over the shortstop's head for a single and leadoff hit. Correction, that won't be a leadoff hit. Got a little behind in that big timeout. Pitcher throws over to 1. Will safely back in. Bring Braden Henson back to the plate, your starting catcher. Hit by pitch back in 1. Hit into a 5-3 put out back in 3. Flew out to right field back in 5. Looking to get a hit here in the top of 6. Here's the pitch. Misses high in his zone for ball 1. Will getting a good lead over there. Throw back to 1, not in time. Guys, you really got to commend these players get out here and play in these conditions, giving it their all. And that'll hit Braden in the head. Tried to dip out of the way, but pops him in the side and top of the head. And he'll take 1 on the hit by pitch. That'll send Will down to second. And we'll get Cade Rowell in for and that'll be all for the pitcher. And I guess we will have a pitching change. Right fielder looks like he'll be coming in. Oh, that's called ball game. That's probably on time. Yep, I'm thinking, Jim. So with the game coming to a close, your wow factor will win that game. by a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2-5. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow for our second 2 games. And I believe with that win, we'll probably be at number 1 in the seed today. And we're going to go home, get some rest, get rehydrated, have a little fun. And my color commentator has something to say.
If you are my mom or grandma, I love you.
That's a shout out to Mom and Grandma from my color commentator, Thaddeus Gotro. And hopefully they hadn't cut me off for that love shout out. Did you cut me off, Jim? Did you cut me off early? Oh, Thaddeus was doing a love shout out to Mom and Grandma. You cut him off.